Hi, I'm Makim Elzio Claret. I'm gonna be reporting about the building arts in the Bronze Age. Timber scarcity. Timber was scarce in both Mesopotamia and Egypt, so brick and stone is the primary source of building materials for constructing structures. In the Mesopotamian and Egypt times, there was lack of woods that can be used for making building structures. So, ginawa nila, they use stone and bricks in order for them to make building structures. However, building in bricks and stone took very different courses in the two countries. So, this picture shows a timber scarcity. So, it must be probably a picture, just like a picture in the Mesopotamian and Egypt times. Mesopotamian farm villages. In the early Mesopotamian farming villages, the the walls were first made of ram and kneaded clay. So, in the Mesopotamian times, in their farming villages, the the walls was first made of ram and kneaded clay. So, ang mga ginamit nilang kagamitan sa paggawa ng kanilang villages ay yung mga ram and kneaded clay. But it was replaced by sun-dried bricks made in oblong or rectangular open molds. So this picture must be the houses or farming villages that they build is made of ram and kneaded clay. This picture is sun-dried bricks. So it was dried by the sun in order to solidify and make it bricks in order to make a building structures. Nile baked bricks. This kind of brick was the most expensive and therefore they were only used for monumental buildings only. So in the times of Mesopotamian and Egypt times, Nile baked bricks is the most expensive. So ito ang pinakamahal na bricks na kung saan ay ginagamit lamang sa paggawa ng isang monumental buildings. These bricks were very strong enough so they could projected over one another. So in this picture shows how they make the Nile baked bricks. It was baked in order to make it so strong. Next, corbelling. This is a procedure where each layer of brick overhanging one below. Any piece projecting from walls and supporting another building members is also known as corbelling. So in this picture, we can see a sample of corbelling. It was corbelled and overhanging one below. Assyrian times. In Assyrian times, the materials that being used in concrete is concrete, consisting of lime, sand, and broken limestone was used. Natural stone played in only small parts in Mesopotamian architecture. These expensive buildings materials could be obtained from the northern highlands. So this picture is example of a buildings in the Assyrian times that was made of concrete consisting lime, sand, and broken limestone was used. So it was so very expensive building materials. Tower of Babel. The Tower of Babel is described in the Bible that has an expressive height is one of the most highest structures that is during the Mesopotamian times. So in the Mesopotamian times, there was a described in the Bible that the Tower of Babel is the most is known in its impressive height, though it was so very tall. So cannot define how it's, hindi natin alam kung gaano ito kataas, pero kilala ito bilang sa kanyang struktura na sobrang taas. This is the proof of evidence that Mesopotamian could build monumental structures. So it was proven that Mesopotamians ay gawa sila ng isang monumental structures na gamit ang kailang mga sariling kamay at hindi gamit ng mga kagamitan o mga makina na kung saan ay gumagawa ng isang building structures. So this was an example of picture of the Tower of Babel. So as we can see out the picture, so very high. Ziggurat is one of the most common ancient temple towers in Mesopotamia. It is indeed consisting of series of truncated pyramids placed at the top of each other, with a shrine on the top platform as well as its foot. So the ziggurat is so very common lang sa Mesopotamia. So common ito na maraming ziggurat na nakatayo doon sa Mesopotamia. It was truncated with pyramids, and its platform is well as it is foot. Hanging Gardens of Babylon. This is one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. So it was part of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Some scholars believe that this may have seen roof garden planted with trees, shrubs, and at a large palace place. So some believe that this garden of the Babylon was full of trees, shrubs, and a palace at the top. So it was madami itong mga plants, mga puno na kung saan nakakait-akit siya na sobra. The ancient Greek Herodotus believed that it was just an ordinary terrace garden. It merely spoke about the difficulty of raising water in the garden. So sobrang hirap talaga isipin na kung paano nila inaangat ang tubig doon sa taas. Kasi sa panahon na yun, wala pang mga machines na kung saan ay nagdadala ng tubig sa taas para ito ay madiligan. So it was so very difficult talaga para maangat yung tubig doon sa taas. So this is an example picture of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. As we can see, this is full of plants and palace on the top. Egypt. In Egypt, natural stone is abundant in eastern and western desert regions. Hence, Egypt developed the uses of natural stone in architecture. So, in Egypt, natural stone ang ginagamit, lalo na sa eastern and western desert region. Na-develop nila ang paggamit ng natural stone in architecture. Natural stone is used for major buildings on it. So, sa Egypt naman, natural stone ay ginagamit lamang sa mga major na buildings. Ordinary houses was first built of reed bundles and mud bricks, and later on sun-dried bricks. So, similar lang pala sila sa Mesopotamia na yung mga ordinaryong mga bahay ay gawa lang din sa mga mud bricks at sun-dried bricks. Baked bricks is rarely used in Egypt in much later date. Earliest grave and public building were also made of mud bricks. So, yung mga public buildings nila ay gawa din sa mga mud bricks. Pyramid of King Zoser at Saqqara, 2600 BC. The Pyramid of King Zoser is naturally made of stone. So, ang pyramid ni Zoser sa panahon ng Egypt ay gawa sa natural na stone. Now, so very mahal talaga yung mga kagamitan nito. This was engineered by Viser-Imhotep. So, this is a picture of the pyramid of King Zoser at Saqqara. So, this pyramid was built with stone. Viser-Imhotep, the first engineer and architect known by its own name. So, si Viser-Imhotep na siyang nag-engineer at architect sa pyramid ni King Zoser ay nakilala lamang siya sa kanyang sariling pangalan dahil sa kanyang kagalingan. He was later worshipped as the god of wisdom and medicine. He started using small brick blocks of limestone, stacking walls and pillars in small blocks masonry, and then shaping them on the spot to imitate reed pillars and walls. As the work proceeded, he pre-cut larger blocks of stone to the stack and thus discovered the elementary rules of building in natural stone, experimenting and explore the possibilities of these new building materials. Mastabas. The earliest tombs of the Parawas were the mastabas. So, ang kanilang mga tombs ay gawas, ang tawag sa dati ay mastabas. It was rectangular structures with inward sloping walls set over underground chambers containing the burial pit, the chapels, and rooms for funeral gifts and offering. It was originally made by mud bricks but became monuments of stone, natural stone. The mastaba structure evolved first in the step pyramid form and then into the true smooth-sided pyramid. So, nung una, yung mastabas ay gawa sa step pyramid na kung saan ay meron siyang mapak-apakan para ito yung mga akyat sa taas. Pero sa pagdating ng panahon, paglipas ng mga maraming panahon, ito ay naging smooth-sided pyramid. So, ito ay halimbawa ng larawan ng step pyramid mastabas. At ito naman ang smooth pyramid mastabas. So, makita natin na smooth lang talaga siya, wala siyang hagdanan. The Great Pyramid of King Khufu, the greatest pyramid of royal tombs. So, it was the greatest talaga of royal tombs sa Egypt, yung pyramid ni King Khufu. The pyramid contains 2,300,000 4-ton limestone blocks, the joint of which were chiseled on the spot to fit tightly without mortar. At in the core, in which corridor chambers were constructed. The pyramid really do exist and stands today. So, ang structure ni King Khufu ay nanatili pa rin nakatayo hanggang ngayon na pinagbibisitahan ng maraming mga turista. Measured 700, so sukat nito ay 756 square feet at its base and rose the height of 480 feet. So sobrang napakataas talaga nito. So it was also making another one ancient wonders of ancient world, as indeed of all time. So isa din to sa ancient wonders of the world. Ito ang mga larawan ng pyramid ni King Khufu. Yan. Isa siyang smooth-sided pyramid. The pyramid was finished off the slabs and polished granite quarried and brought down from Aswan. The building of the intercity of temporary huts to houses the workmen, the removal of debris, the supplying of material tools, and feeding of the hosts of workmen, as many of 100,000 at a time, were organizational problems in enormous proportions. The construction the the pyramid shows that we can be done by sheer organization without much in the way of the devices. The great construction represents the triumph of human organization rather than machines and tools. So, it proves talaga na mga tao ay makagawa ng isang struktura, malaking struktura, without na magamit mga devices at machines na tools na kung saan ay mas mapapadali ang paggawa ng isang building structure. So, it represents the triumph of human organization, yung pagtutulong-tulungan ng isang organisasyon ng mga tao para sa paggawa ng isang pyramid. At dyan nagtatapos ang ating report. So maraming salamat sa panonood.